guess we should officially intro and then get back to the conversation of reality TV. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another installment, another week, another good time of the Don't Be Mad podcast. I'm your boy Matthew, aka at Lefty Lucky _, and I'm joined here as always with
me, Jason.
Okay, let's try that again. I'm joined here as always with
Jason. Hey everyone, how you doing?
Like, bro, bring some energy.
This guy has no energy.
I'm tired.
Also, we have our resident homeboy, third man on the squad of the big three, if we ever decide to make a team, Jamali.
Yeah, man. What's up?
And yeah, like we just decided to hit record because we were crunching in on some like reality TV talk, you know what I'm saying? Like, obviously, you know, like some of our favorites, The Challenge, Vanderpump Rules, Summer House. I'm also a big fan of MasterChef Junior right now because
I haven't checked it out yet.
yo, worth it, man. Those kids, I mean, like, kids cooking, man, it's always like a feel-good story.
No, definitely.
Even though, like, you see every week somebody's going home, at the same time, you're like, the ones that do well, you're like, yo, you know, I fuck with what you're doing, man. You got that shit together. Then when the kids go home, you're just like, I'm not gonna cry. It's like, you just keep cooking. But
It's amazing what some of these kids can do at that age.
Oh my god, dude! Like some of the plates that they make, the cooking alone, like, you know, all of them can bring it because they made it that far in the competition. Right. But then, like, one thing I always try to pay attention to is like the way any chef plates their meals.
Presentation.
Yeah, like presentation to me is like one of the biggest things. Like some of these kids so far, like they've literally like made works of art.
Oh yeah.
On their fucking plates or like anything that they're doing. Like I remember they had like the chicken and waffle challenge, or it's like it's simple meal, chicken and waffles. And, like majority of the kids just basically made their waffle, put the chicken on top, and like maybe had like maybe some fruits, like whipped cream or some shit. But, like this one kid, like he literally like made like a little house with the way he set up the chicken and then like stacked the waffles beside the chicken, and it was just like I was like, yo, that's like a
the intricate details.
Like to me, I'm looking at that like, not that chicken and waffle should ever be this price, but if I saw like $22 chicken and waffle and that shit got brought in front of me, I'm like, I'm okay.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, like I'm mad I spent $22, but at the same time, this looks beautiful.
Yeah. Get some Instagram work right there.
Damn, yo, like, and that's it, because you know a lot of times too, like when you get your meal, like you try to like angle it the right way, maybe shift around the plate a bit, so like when you take the picture, it looks good.
Definitely.
That's one of those. They sit it in front of you, and you're just like, picture, it's done. Like,
yeah.
Doesn't even need a filter.
You don't want to touch it sometimes.
Yeah, like legit, man. That's mostly the stuff I've been keeping up with, man. But legit, yeah, I think Vanderpump Rules and The Challenge have been like my 1-2 punch, at least until like X on the Beach, like the UK version comes back.
When is that coming back?
Well, I'm not too sure because MTV US announced that there's going to be a US version, as I was saying.
The MTV US?
They're supposed to have like another X on the Beach, which the way they're setting it up is going to be nothing like the UK version.
Oh, the UK version is retarded.
It's the best, bro. The Tablet of Terror.
Oh.
Yo, the narrator, to me, he's the reason to watch.
Yeah.
Like, the narrator holds back no punches whatsoever. Like, he kills it every fucking episode. He always just has those, like, little quirks. Like, that's one of my favorite reality shows.
But it just, like, honestly, watching the UK version, it's so weird because, like, the same set of people tend to come back around. Like, they mess around with each other non-stop.
Well, like, yo, like you got guys like Ash, who's he's the king. Yeah. Like, to me, he is the king of X on the Beach. He always gets on there, and it's like, we know the type of person he is, but he always just gets what he wants.
Who, Ashley, right?
Yeah. Like, he just kills that shit, man. Like, he's fucking hilarious. But I'm wondering, like, because every year for the UK version, they always bring, like, a Geordie in.
Yeah.
And, like, I heard this year was supposed to be, like, Marnie was going to be, like, the first Geordie who goes in.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So it's
no, because you also had Martin that went there.
Yeah. I think he was on the latest one. Him and Chloe.
Chloe, yeah.
Which, I mean, like, they're cool as far as like drama's concerned, but it's always like the same shit.
Yeah, but he's a sucker, bro. He should.
Yeah, he's a hardcore sucker. Because I'm sorry, bro. Like, Chloe, you let her cock block you, and then when her ex comes in, all of a sudden it's like, yo, go do your thing, and like you can't get nothing off. Like,
no.
Like, come on, bro. Like,
those shows are just fun. Like, honestly, the shows I watch and just relax and just laugh my ass off.
Like, it's just like, I'm gonna put it on, I know, for like the next 45 to an hour, like I'm just gonna laugh my ass off at like how ridiculous this shit is. See some drama, see some like just people doing dumb shit, but like for entertainment, like complete entertainment.
Because that's gonna be interesting. If it's Marnie, then wow, God knows who's gonna show up.
Was it because with it being Marnie, yeah, like it could
Aaron for sure is gonna be there.
Well, I was wondering that too, but I know he's in a relationship right now.
They don't care.
But
They
that's
put that
what I
check
mean,
in
like,
front of you,
like,
and you're gonna do it.
and that's what I was saying. I was like, in his situation, like, would he just show up and just be like, you know, like maybe come in like the last few days,
Nah, you gonna show up.
or if you play like, yo, week 3, and he's like, boom, Aaron's back.
He's gonna be there.
Because then, you know, if Aaron comes back too, like his exes from the season when he was on,
Yeah.
if they showed up, it would be fucking crazy.
Gemma. Nah, that would be pretty crazy. But I know for sure Gaz is not gonna be back.
Yeah, I know he's has a
officially
kid
done.
and getting married, I believe. Like he's
I don't know
done.
what the married part, but I know he's.
Yeah, he's done.
He's
He's
done.
already. He said he wasn't gonna be on.
Well, he wasn't on the most recent season of Geordie Shore.
Which, yeah, no, which didn't surprise me either. So it's gonna be interesting to see what ends up happening with him. Well, with them
Yeah.
in that situation. I'm trying to think, what other reality shows?
Jersey Shore.
Oh, yeah, that's
that
true.
reunion's
Jersey
coming
Shore. Oh yeah, I'm watching that like 100%.
I don't know if I'll be down for it though.
But you want to know why I have to watch it? Like, one, MTV did like the marathon of like all the past season, and I watched them. And I was like, yo, they actually had some good drama on this show. Like, it was actually fucking entertaining to watch.
Going
But-
down to the end was kind of stupid, but it was still.
Well, we
still
knew
good.
like at that point too, like a lot of them, like outside of Jersey Shore, like they had businesses they were running. They also had other reality TV shows like Jenny and Snooki had like their shit going on. So
Vinny too.
yeah,
Dinner with
like
Vinny or
everybody
something like
basically had like a lot of things going on. So like they just kind of did it to have like a closing, you know?
that. Yeah.
Whereas-
Paulie was already a resident DJ in
Yeah,
Vegas.
exactly. So it's like,
Signed to G Unit. He did a bunch of shit.
so when you had like all of that going on, like for them to just have like the okay, we're just gonna come back for this final season thing, it was like boom, like let's get it done. But now this reunion season,
I think
like,
there's going to be another season after this too. Again.
yeah, they already signed for season 2.
So that's going to be another 5 to 10 years of nonsense. Of
Like they already signed for a second one after.
I
this.
don't know. I just find it to be like a bit played out. Like I think I mightn't enjoy it.
You want to know why? It's like I feel like when Floribama happened,
Yeah.
That was stupid.
I watched 2 episodes and I was like, nah, this ain't it. Like this ain't it at all. And then like maybe like 3 or 4 weeks later, like I randomly saw it was on, like nothing else was on TV. So I'm like, you know, let me give it another go. And it was worse than like the first 2 episodes I watched. I was like, y'all never watching this show
Yeah.
again.
Floribama was a bit.
But apparently they got a second season.
Who watches that?
Dude, I don't know. Cause like I remember when like I was watching it, like when I had went back to it again after like a few weeks, I'm just like, yo, there's no way people watch this. And like I went on Twitter to be like I type in search Floribama and like see what people were saying. Like everybody just like, yo, this show is trash. Like
Yo, it's so
you know,
tacky, bro.
like it was like it just seems so forced. You know, like, and that's worse than it being fake. Like if I'm watching it, I just feel like you're forcing this idea of like what you're trying to like live up to Jersey Shore, but in like a southern way.
Yeah.
And it's just like I wasn't looking at anyone and believing like they were like southern people.
Well, I mean, that,
You know?
I don't even know their names, but that one girl who went crazy, she was in a 10-year relationship, and then her boyfriend had a baby with her cousin.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah,
that's
no,
real country.
she was definitely country.
That sounds like it's from the South to me.
Yeah, because she was from some small town in Alabama where it's like,
No, she was from South Carolina or something like that.
was it Carolina?
Yeah, it was South
I
Carolina.
thought it was Bama.
Nah.
Either way.
Maybe it was. I don't know. But she was so ratchet looking.
There was
only one pretty girl on that show. That was the one who was married to the
Yeah.
military guy, and then
the
she
one who
turned
had
out.
all the work done.
Yeah, and then she turned out to be like a hooch, bro.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Dude,
yeah,
she was just like arrogant for no reason.
yeah, definitely.
Like talking about how like, oh, if this person had my pussy, they would never leave. It's like, yo, nobody trying to get up on that.
But even that one guy, his brother showed up the first night. He smashed and never.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, like. Yo, that show was. And it sucks because it's like it probably had potential if they were just authentic enough.
It had so much. Like I knew it was probably gonna be shit when like the very first episode when that dude like went out on the deck and then dabbed. And I was like, yeah, this ain't it.
The best reality TV show season of all time was Real World Denver. Nothing will ever come close to that season of Real World.
Denver was fucking.
I don't know if Denver was it though.
Key West was really
Key
good
West
too,
was nice
because
too.
of the fucking tornado.
The hurricane.
The hurricane, which is fucked up to say.
Yeah.
But the drama that came with Key West and that hurricane was like, it was real shit.
Denver,
But even the first Vegas too was pretty ill.
Yeah.
And Brooklyn too was actually crazy.
Brooklyn
Was with that. The first transgender was on that show. And she was going crazy.
That's true. She was talking about how like she was fucking some dude who didn't know.
Nah, those are good days.
The second Vegas was good. Second Vegas was good.
Yeah.
The second Vegas, that was with Nanny in them, right?
New Orleans was good too.
New Orleans was.
Preston and that other dude was
bro.
just crazy.
That day when Preston brushed the guy's toothbrush in the
In
toilet.
the toilet and made him brush his teeth with it after. But that dude deserved it though.
Who was it again?
Yo, because he threw away.
It wasn't Knight, right? No, Knight was the cool
Nah,
dude.
Knight was stuck on Jemmy. And
Jemmy,
like their situation. R.I.P. to Knight, by the way.
Man, yeah.
The dude choked on his own vomit from drinking too much, man. That's the worst one.
Oh, it was the weirdo who liked the
hair.
The hair blower.
Because him and his brothers were hairdressers. Yeah, that was it.
Nah, but Denver would with what's her name?
Yeah, Tyree was on
Tyree
that
was on
season.
that.
The fucking psycho chick who was 100% bipolar. Oh my god, what's her name?
The short girl, and she's like,
But you also
No, she was tall brunette.
brunette.
oh, okay. I forget her name.
She was the one who literally kept the drama going in that house.
I forget her name. But I know what
She
you're talking
was
about.
fucking psycho.
But there was also that pretty chick that was on that one.
She was on the challenge. And
Yeah, Denver had some pretty ones.
Yeah.
and had some drama with her and some other dude. The guy who CT used to always beat up on.
Oh, Adam.
Adam, yeah. Her and Adam had something going on that they never even aired on the after show after. So
What
like,
was her name though?
Yo, some shit was
starts with a
too
J.
much.
Jennifer
it starts with a J or
or
something like
Jenny? It was Jenny.
something like that.
I think it was Jenny.
It was
I
Jenny,
think it was
yeah.
Jenny. Oh, that was fucking.
Those are good episodes. Those are good
CT,
seasons.
what a fucking. He's like the comeback king, fuck.
Oh yeah.
From like just literally every season leaving because he's getting into fight with people, to becoming like the official dad of the show.
And like he's super chill now.
Yeah,
he's
like
so
well, yeah,
humble
like,
and,
he gets a son and all of a sudden he just changes everything.
doesn't want to fight no more.
Dude, like makes it to a final with the dad bod.
Only CT could do that.
Well, that girl, his ex there who passed away from the cancer, there affected him a lot too.
For
Yeah.
sure. For sure. DM.
Yeah.
DM, yeah. She was, yeah. She at least she won. Before,
No, but she was super chill. Like it sucks because those type of things out of your control, right?
Yeah,
It's not something
exactly.
you really do, and then it happens, and
crazy. Those are the best seasons of the real world and the challenge and all that stuff.
well, I don't know if they're the best. Maybe
San
the best
Diego
is yet
was
to come.
San Diego. I was disappointed in.
There's a lot of like highlight seasons of like Real World and,
Yeah.
and shit.
San Diego, I was disappointed in. I thought it would be a lot better than it was.
San Diego.
It was right after Vegas, the second Vegas.
Oh, that was the one with Zach in them.
Yeah, I think Zach. Yeah,
Zach was
in
on
that
it.
one.
Yeah.
That one.
Oh, that was also the weird with that weird girl who couldn't drink because she was only 17.
Yeah.
Why would you?
She could only drive people around. She
Why
could only
would you
drive
put her
people
on the
around.
show? Like it was so weird, and she was like super religious, but then she turned out to be a freak.
Yeah.
Like it was so weird.
That show reveals who you are, man.
That show is
It
weird.
reveals who you are. I remember I tried applying for one of those reality
Oh,
things.
Jason,
It was nice. Their selection thing is very.
you would have fucked that show up, bro.
Huh?
The franchise would never be the same after you got on.
Oh, if I had been on that show, man, a lot. I don't know how the drama would be. I wouldn't be starting fights with people. I don't
No,
want-
if I were to do a reality show, I'd want it to be Big Brother.
Oh, yo, are you watching Big Brother Canada?
Oh, when it starts.
It started,
It did?
bro. It's been started.
Yo, why hasn't my
like
DVR been picking it up? What the
It's
fuck?
week.
Because yo, I tried watching Celebrity Big Brother and that shit was butt cheeks, bro. Like I cut that
The
shit off.
Canadian one is pretty.
Is that what Omarosa, the celebrity one?
Yeah, no, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it.
Screw
It was
her.
fucking
She's an
trash.
idiot. She's not even. She just.
But I didn't know Canada started.
Yeah, Canada started. Their
Yeah, I'm-
their 30. The third eviction happened.
Okay,
on Thursday.
whatever. 3 weeks, I could jump in on that. That's no problem.
Yeah, but bro. Oh,
Dude, I'll
man.
watch the episodes online. Like, come on.
We'll catch up next week. We'll talk
But
about
that's what
it.
I'm saying. Yeah, I'll definitely catch up on that.
Definitely.
Because like I said, I didn't know I thought it was like coming later, like in
Definitely
April.
some good conversations gonna come from that one.
I'm surprised I didn't see no commercials or anything for that. Because usually, I'd be catching all that shit. Surprised I missed that.
No, I'd like to be on Big Brother.
Yeah,
Big
no,
Brother, that shit,
to me,
like, I
that
can fuck with.
because Big Brother's like, yeah, we got the competition, but you have the mind games as well. Like, and for me, I would just like, I 100% politics. Like, that's all I would play.
I mean, the challenge is fun. Like, I think it's a fun vacation, or if you're somebody trying to get out of your shell.
Well, the one thing I love about the challenge compared to every other like show like that out there is the only way you go home is if you lose. Like, they can throw you in, but at the end of the day, it's like it's you versus someone in elimination. Yeah. So it's literally like we can fucking vote you in. You can lose challenges. Like, everything can be like. But once it comes to elimination, if you win, you win. Like, that's it. That's all. And you can literally do that all the way to the final.
But I like the old challenge people. These new ones are a bit. They're a bit too much. They don't know how to play their role.
But as much as I like a lot of like the older ones, it's good to see, especially now, like you're seeing the newer guys really step up and like become like we're here to take you guys out.
I had enough of Johnny when freaking Wes and all them people was on the show. Wes and Evan and all them people.
But Johnny Bananas and Kenny, you made that show. Yo, they made that show. Was it the island when they like
spicy?
Yo, the island when they backdoor. Was it Paula? And Paula was crying for.
it was. Evan was a part of it too.
Yeah, Evan was Evan, Johnny Bananas, and Kenny, and they told Paula that they're gonna put her in the boat. Remember, they had to go to the island, get the treasures to come back.
Yeah.
And they're like, yo, don't worry, we got you. And then at the end, they switched it out for that other woman. What was her name?
Oh, I can't remember who the other chick was, but they basically are just like, yeah, we're not running the final with her. Like, they're just straight up like not happening.
Sorry, Paula.
Kenny, feel sorry for him. He can't go back on the show.
I don't feel sorry for him, man. You fucked up on your own.
Kenny was a good person.
But I think that was blown out of proportion.
Hey, in the Me Too era, I'm not going to say sexual assault was blown out of proportion.
Well, it was pre-Me Too era when that happened.
But I mean, it was enough for them to be like, no, you guys fucked up when we looked at the tape. It's like, you guys fucked up.
And the only Canadian,
if it was pre-Me Too era and they looked at the tape and were like, yo, this is bad, you know it's bad. Because these days, it's like, you fucking like brush a girl's shoulder the wrong way, and it's
don't
like,
even wink,
oh my god, I'm sexually. Who's winking?
No, I'm just saying, don't wink at it.
I'm like, yo, I'm not winking. Like, yo, if I'm like winking at you while saying this, it means I'm lying.
I'm just saying, even a wink, bro. You sexual.
But that's what I mean. Like, these days, like, I mean, like, there's certain shit that's so light, but it's like, oh my god, that's like the worst that you can fucking do. So if back then, when people weren't even thinking about Me Too, they looked at the tape and listened in and were like, yeah, like, you guys.
That's why you got to go on Bachelor in Paradise, where that stuff is usually condoned.
I've tried to like get into The Bachelor, and it's just it's not happening because
I don't like the shows The Bachelor. I like The Bachelor in Paradise because that's more competition and it's more traditional reality shows.
But like my issue with it is like whether it's Bachelor in Paradise, it's literally become like a parody of itself.
Yeah.
You know, it's like Bachelor, like we all know the type of personalities, whether it's Bachelorette or Bachelor, who's going to be there. You know, you're going to have that, like, let's say it's Bachelorette. You're going to have the perfect guy that every girl's going to want and fall in love with.
Yep.
And then you're going to have his like counterpart who kind of has a little edge to him, but you can see these guys are at the very least making the top 5.
Right.
Then you have that bad boy who literally argues with everyone, wants to start fights. He's complete fucking cannon.
Yeah. But
for some reason, the Bachelorette never gets rid of him, and he makes it the top 5.
Oh, for sure.
Then you have your fillers.
It's like, it's predictable, and I mean, it almost like it's not far from a scripted show. I feel sometimes.
Yeah, and then when it comes to The Bachelor, it's like, all right, you got your wholesome, God-fearing girl who's like, you know, like your all-American chick that everybody falls in love with. Then like you have like your pretty blonde, who, like you gotta have your blonde, like your Southern Belle type of chick who's in there, and then you have the chick who's kind of promiscuous, always seems to snag the Bachelor away for like a sneaky, cheeky makeout.
Yep.
You know, maybe they banged, maybe they didn't. We don't know. The doors were closed. You know, like the one room in the house that has no cameras is where they ended up. Like shit like that. You know, it's like every fucking year these characters end, then you have your filler.
Pretty much.
It's like, yo, like come on.
I don't know. I
It
just
lacked realistic feelings to
the
it.
Paradise one, the Bachelor in Paradise one. I just think it's because it brings them all together and from different seasons and stuff like that, and it just puts them together. It's more traditional reality stuff compared to like those Bachelor and Bachelorette shows are stupid because they never, not one of the relationships lasts except maybe for like 1 or 2 in the 20-something year history of this show.
Like I find like Bachelor in Paris is kind of like, what was that show, Paradise Island or whatever it was? It was like kind of like that, where it's like all these beautiful single people come together on this island, and then they can snag a little date. It's kind of like X on the Beach,
But
just
that's what
minus your exes showing up.
X on the
kinda
Beach is much better though.
Yeah, because you
when
bring
you think your plan is going well, like the tablet of terror just throws somebody from your past in there,
or it sends you on a date, and it's like, oh, you're making out on the date. Let me send it.
Pictures. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta check that show out, Jason. If you haven't checked it out,
No, I haven't seen.
There's what, 5 seasons, 6 seasons?
Probably 7.
I'll check it out.
They're on the 8th season.
I remember what was it?
Like I've watched every last season
I think
of that show.
in the summertime, I fucking marathoned it.
Like it's
I literally
funny as
watched
hell.
every fucking episode.
Yo, it's really really funny.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'll try it out. I just want to see a new reality show because
And it's funny because it's like the first night, like as much as they would know it's a show and what it's about, somebody always does something that they're gonna regret.
Yeah, like legit.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yo, you know what? We'll watch an episode after we record. Good on us for going like a good like fucking 25 minutes talking about reality TV, by the way.
oh no, we you know. We still got the challenge that's going on right now. I can't wait
I need to see it again.
for Devin to be eliminated, that little fuck boy.
No, man, I'm happy. Look, he pulled off the mastermind plan, and it worked.
I'm not gonna lie. When he was talking that shit and like, oh, I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna say that. I'm like, no one's gonna believe you.
You know, because the thing with Devin is like, and this isn't the first year he's tried. It's just the first time they bit the bait. Because he's literally been every single year. He's like, I want to take Bananas out. I want to take him out. Yeah. Every fucking year, he's like trying to do some shit where it's like Bananas gonna get pissed at him. The people are gonna get pissed at Bananas, and then they're gonna send Bananas in against him. Like he's done it every single time. He's been up for elimination. So this year, it's like business as usual. I'm up for elimination. I'm coming after you. And for him to actually like pull it off to the point where like you bring up this rumor, find out it's true.
No, but there was truth to the rumor.
But that's what I mean. Like you bring it up as a rumor. Like he's just saying like, look, this is what I heard. Like when he was talking to Nelson, he didn't say like I was there. This was the bet. No, he was like, look, I heard they've been like having little makeout sessions. You might want to check in on your girl, figure out what's going on.
You know what's funny? Not to cut you off, but I wouldn't have believed it if I didn't know Kaylee from Sex on the Beach.
Why?
On the Beach. Because I know that girl is so loose, bro.
and that was the thing about it, is like people who know Kaylee know, like, even though like, and one thing I can give her, like, she really like held her shit together this season. As far as like not like, look, she gets with Nelson, like, and you gotta remember too, like the makeout shit that happened was like within like the first couple days they were in the, the house. So it's like at the time, her and Nelson really weren't doing anything. But it was just the shadow of doubt of, yeah, this happened, and then Johnny being stupid and not talking to Natalie, like that right there made you look guilty.
But I don't like Natalie. I'm glad she's gone.
Yeah, no, I didn't like her from Big Brother either.
Yeah, she's
like, I did not like her. Like I was like, I can't wait for them to figure out who you are.
Like I hate people who come on the challenge and they try to ride a wave. I hate it. She wasn't doing nothing.
Yeah.
Johnny protected her all the way. No, but I was saying, like, you know, Johnny pretty much give her a clean path to walk.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But and I mean, like, at the end of the day, like that, I'm not gonna get mad at Natalie for doing that. Like that's a smart fucking move. You know, like if you know, like you're a newcomer coming into this house, and I mean, like, look at Kyle right now. He's on that same boat where it's like,
no, but Kyle is competing.
But yeah, he's competing. But at the same time, it's like he's not competing as a floater. Like there's a lot of people who are like, we're new and we're just competing as floaters, and that's why like they were getting picked off. But you know what? She still has like Kayla with her. Like she has like a group. It's usually like those newcomers who prove themselves. Look, Joss, when he came in, he was competing hard, but everybody looked at him as like, yo, this guy's too fucking good.
You gotta go.
Like he competed so well that they were like, I don't want to do a final against him.
No.
It wasn't even like, yo, let's bring him in and like we team up with him and then it's good. Like they were just afraid, like, if we let this guy make it to the end, we are gonna lose. And because he was smoking everybody out the water.
And from day one, right?
Yeah, like
that
from the very where they had to run up the mountain. Right. He fucking killed it. Like he destroyed everyone, and everyone just looking like, yo, this guy's a fucking machine. You know, you have Johnny, fucking Zach, you got fucking
Leroy.
Leroy. Like, all these guys looking at him like, yo, this guy's
Leroy's
a fucking
still there?
monster.
Yo, I love Leroy.
Leroy's was a good.
Yo, I got scared when he fucking had the issue in the water because I was like, yo, this is gonna be like the fourth time you get taken out because of an injury.
Or somebody messing around. That year, that season when his cousin got into that fight.
No, she broke her toe.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
It's like the first time I think he had a back injury, got taken out. Then there was the time I think he had a leg injury that took him out. Then his cousin breaks her toe, so they get taken out. It's like, then that should happen. I was like, no, come on. Like, this is the worst elimination streak ever. Like, you're not even getting beat by people. Like, you're literally like, you're getting hurt.
You're
like, that's fucked, man.
Yeah, no, I liked him. I liked him on Vegas. I saw him in a couple of challenges where I think he got into West one time. And
well, that I think that like him and Wes going head to head is how him and Johnny became good.
Yeah,
because prior to that, like, he was literally like on nobody's side. He would always come in and be like, yo, I'm just gonna do my thing and that's it. Like, I'm here to compete and that's all I'm gonna do. And then like him and Wes had their little tiff, and then Johnny was like, well, enemy of my enemy is my friend, and like brought Leroy, and then like they legit became boys.
I don't know. I don't trust Johnny. I would never trust him, even if I don't know him. I don't trust him.
Well, it's not even a matter of trusting him. It's the understanding. Like, and like I think CT had said it best in like one of those like after shows or like bonus shows that they do, where it's like you get to a point where certain vets where you guys know if you go head to head in elimination, it's anybody's ball game. Like, anyone, like, we've taken each other out so many times that we know it's not a risk we're taking. If we're gonna go head to head, let's do it over some cash.
Right.
So you wait till the final. But
also too, like, as much as Johnny Bananas is entertaining to watch, he doesn't really do nothing really slimy. He just knows how to play the game.
Writing the notes. He had his sister write the notes.
But I mean, that's a psychological part. Like Devin, right?
Yeah, legit.
Like, the game has
but that was fucking smart.
That was clever.
He's like, I had my sister write the notes.
But how did, like, what I don't get, how did he know who was rooming with who?
Well, that's the thing. He was like, he didn't know who was going to be with who. He just wrote like very generic notes of like, your roommates don't trust you, or like the only reason you're safe is because you're fucking this person. And it's like, all he needed was one person who fit the criteria and then like slip it in. So he found Brittany. And like, who better than Brittany? Because every year she's been on, she's had these situations where it's like, she's not really close to people, but like she competes strong enough that people keep her around till they're like, okay, we're done with you. And with that happening, it was this like, okay, you're fucking Brad. You're all of a sudden cool with like this crew of girls. All right, like everything's lined up for me to just like drop these notes and create a little bit of chaos. And literally, as a result, what happens? Like, you have Mary get sent out because they're just like, yo, we can't trust you. We don't know what's going on. You have friction between like Jemmy, Kayla, like Cara Maria, like people who are already riled, but like it became so much worse that like when it came to the voting, they didn't trust each other.
Oh man! Like, but no, it's really it's a good show so far.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna be happy when Devin gets eliminated because he's not gonna go to wherever they're going next. I think he's the slowest guy.
Dude, Kyle was walking in the town though.
Yeah, but Kyle's steps are bigger.
If I'm running the whole way through and you're walking, like I would be very, very shocked if Kyle
I think that's why I think the editing process made it look trying to throw us off.
I mean, at the same time, it's like all he does is drink and party and
smokes
like like he's literally a pirate.
Yeah, he really is. But I can't stand Devin. Like, he gotta go.
Oh man,
this has got to be Leroy's year.
Dude, I wouldn't be mad at that, to be honest.
I really want Leroy to win.
I wouldn't be mad at that at all.
Oh, let him win, yeah.
I just think that would be the best bet for Leroy. And that's it. Like, and I like how Cam's, stepping up her rookie season.
Oh, she's a boss-ass bitch, man. She's a boss-ass... Yo, like, you know what? Like, I feel like in recent challenge history, like, there's always been one rookie that's really, like... We've thrown you to the wolves, and each time, like, you've proven, like, you're actually good.
Cara Maria was like that.
Yeah, Cara Maria was one of them.
Laurel was like that, too.
Dude, Laurel, she's a mom. I want her to come back.
Bro, when she came back and destroyed Brittany's life, I was jumping for joy.
Laurel is, Let me remember. Laurel doesn't like Paula, right? Didn't she insult like Paula and made her cry?
She had problems with Paula. She had problems with Cara Marie. Yeah. She's like every single woman on that show. She's a problem. Then her and what's that chick from Long Island's name? She had like a breakdown when she saw Laurel. And Laurel's just like
Nicole.
Yeah, Nicole. And Laura's just like, I don't care. I'm here to destroy people.
Those types of emotion.
Yeah, when she walked up to her and just kind of like gave her the pat on the arm, I was like, oh my god.
Good luck.
Didn't Laurel win a couple times though?
Yeah, dude. Like I think she has 2 or 3 under her belt. On top of the fact that like she's literally eliminated every single woman who's ever stepped in the challenge.
She's like the female version of CT.
Yeah, like
literally.
And like, I want her to come back. Like, I really want her to come back.
Oh, I remember that woman's name was Evelyn. That's who they took on the boat.
Yeah, Evelyn.
But she was a beast, bro. I remember that season they're complaining that she was eating too many eggs. I need my protein from somewhere. She's a beast, that girl.
Yeah, no. If Laurel comes back next season, like that would be good quality TV because she's such a monster, man. Like, so ruthless, has no emotions, just like, I'm here to win, and if you get in my way, I'm gonna eat you alive.
Oh, bro.
And it's like, I love it. I love it.
They need to rotate. Like, Tyree was on the challenge once.
Yeah,
he was
but
on one of
Tyree's
them.
trash, bro.
But Tyree hasn't been on in
but
a
he's
long
trash,
time.
bro. Tyree's the black version of Eric. You remember Eric, the big guy?
Oh, my God.
Like, one
Eric,
season
bro.
he came back, he lost a gang of weight, and he still sucked.
Yeah.
I mean, that's Tyree. Tyree always do something, and then he gets into fights. Like,
because he's an alcoholic.
Yeah, you suck at the challenge. They give you an opportunity to make some money. Like, lay low.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
But like, they need to bring back like Nani. Nani's pretty funny.
Nani's good for drama.
Yeah, she's good at it. She's a firecracker. What Nicole was on that show too this season, though.
This season, no, she was on Dirty 30.
No, she was on this show. She got eliminated. Remember the
On the run.
The last 2 on the run got
kicked out. That's true. Yeah,
this girl's like 90 pounds and just
I
can't
forgot
move.
she got eliminated.
Yeah.
I mean, I would be pretty sad if Jemmy made it and I didn't.
Yeah, but Jemmy beat out all those girls were
which I was like, yo, how is Jemmy ahead of you guys? Like, you girls do CrossFit.
And you're going uphill. It wasn't even like a straight line. It's just uphill.
I love how like she's like,
Isn't Jemmy from the South though?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she was on Real World New Orleans.
Yeah, so she's from the country, so she can deal with that.
No, but come on. She is terrible in every single
And she has a
challenge.
phobia of ketchup, bro.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember from New Orleans. Yeah, she's scared of ketchup. That's fucked up.
I remember when Knight pulled a prank on her.
Yeah.
And she got mad.
What about Emily? Was she on it?
No, Emily's not.
She's the one that was in the cult, right?
Yeah.
And she got out and stuff.
She was from Real World Washington.
Yeah, she was in the cult or something.
DC. Yeah.
She does CrossFit.
I think she was recently on the Champs versus Stars episode.
Yeah, she was.
Yeah.
She was.
And
That
she
was the
was
one for charity, right?
Yeah, and I think she was saying that she may come back.
But she's too is another beast, bro.
Yeah,
I would like to see her.
She was on the Chance versus Stars. She was bigger than what she was before. Like ripped, man.
She's ripped up. Her.
Oh yeah, she does. But she does CrossFit.
Yeah, but I mean, like unlike Cara Maria and Kayla, like it shows.
But Cara Maria is just a weird chick. She's just weird.
Didn't she have some boyfriend that was weird too? He was on one of the
Oh yeah.
the episodes too. I forget his name.
What was his name?
Oh,
it was a weird name too.
It was just on the tip of my tongue. Oh.
It's one of those white people, like straight up suburban
but
names.
He's fucking psycho.
Like Skylar or some shit like that.
No, it wasn't Skylar.
I was joking.
But he's fucking psycho, man. He was nuts. Because the season he came back was the Bloodlines. Remember, it was the Bloodline season because like he wasn't there originally, but he ended up coming in because I think it was Leroy and his cousin that got knocked out. Left, and then he came in.
Yeah.
I think that was why he came in.
What was his name?
It was him and his brother.
Yeah. And you know what's funny? He comes in the episode after
the makeup.
With fucking Tom, bro. Like
right after the.
And I think that's why they put him because there was no point. He hasn't been in the challenge.
Well, they always have they always have a reservoir of names of like people that they can. All right, if anything happens, like you're coming through.
Yeah, but you could have brought anybody.
But I'm saying like he was in the reservoir and they're like, oh yeah, it's happening.
Oh man.
That was so fucking funny, man.
Crazy.
No, but I can't wait for this season to be done. I can't wait because without Johnny, the show is not as fun.
It's better. You're right.
No, be honest.
No, it's good, man. It's been good. What are you talking about?
I am not a fan of Johnny Bananas. That's
Yo,
the whole
you want to
reason.
know why? Tony has been torching everyone.
Yo, that mayonnaise challenge that he had to eat.
Dog, he's been killing it. But have you noticed, like, I think outside of one challenge, every time he's been on the winning team.
Is his name Abe?
It could be.
Yeah, Abraham.
Abraham,
yeah.
yes. Abraham.
Yeah, Abe.
But yeah, like this year, I think only one time Tony hasn't been on the winning team. If I'm not mistaken.
Did you watch the most recent episode?
Of course, man.
But it's funny how those girls are so dumb.
Yo, it's a girls' elimination and not one girl was on the Troika.
No, like, bro, if anything, all the girls should be on the Troika to protect themselves.
Like, to me, and the fact that, like, Zach, Tony, and Brad pulled that off, like, I would have backstabbed them too. Like, you guys are dumb.
Yeah, fuck you.
Like, you're so dumb to not put one girl, like, and even Devin was just like, you know what? I'm here for the girls. It's your elimination. You can have it.
Yeah, but Devin does nothing. He's so useless, that fucker.
Dude, Devin is smart. Like, there's politics to the game as much as there are the challenges. And he did well in his challenge. Like, come on. The dude can swim.
Well, I mean, better than the other team, right?
Oh, my God. No, they were garbage.
But, I mean, that's, like, honestly, that's something I don't like, is that, like, the Troika has a position of always being on top if they choose to put the team together.
Well, the way to separate that is with the grenades, but people don't use the grenades properly.
No, you can't really separate it with
if you have a grenade and you have team up and you can control the teams, then what do? You make sure that the winning people are on your team.
Right, but the point
you don't let the people who are always in the Troika be in the Troika again.
But the point is, like, for example, the most recent one, who was Cam supposed to use that grenade on to switch it up?
Well, either she could have tied someone's feet. She put the time crunch. She put the time on Cara Maria, but she didn't find out if teams were being made before or after.
But that's the point. You don't know that.
But Brad was smart enough to be like, wait a minute. If I use this grenade, like, are we making teams before? Like, he asked, if the team's being made before or after? And then he was like, so if I give someone a time crunch, they can end up on my team. So he was like, tie up Kyle's legs. Like, he literally, like, yeah, if I end up with the person who has a time crunch because I'm not the one making the team.
Yeah, but even then, Kyle couldn't swim.
Yeah, because he tied up his legs.
But that's my whole point. That's so stupid. I hate that aspect of the show.
Because they were smart to be like, look, like, he was smart to ask the question, like, if whoever I could get stuck with somebody I throw a grenade at. And I was like, yeah. But obviously Cam had already put it on Cara Maria, so it was just like, yeah, you're fucked.
It's crazy show.
I personally don't think they should have that right.
No, I love it, man.
I think it takes away from the whole show.
It keeps you on your fucking toes.
Well, bro, I could guarantee you right now, as long as there's competition, Zach and Tony are going to walk to the end.
Of course, because they're the best ones competing right now.
I mean, Leroy's not doing that bad, except for when he's swimming.
But you know what? Leroy's, yeah, whether it's swimming or when he gets stuck with a shit team.
You know what's also funny when they can't swim? Nelson.
Oh my God, Nelson's so bad. Nelson's so bad.
Yeah, Nelson can't swim.
He was like, he's holding on to the tree. What's he doing?
Why go on stuff like that where you know you most likely have to swim and you can't swim?
But I mean, Leroy went to the finals a couple of times and came back with some cash.
Yeah, at least.
And I mean, his cause for this season, I don't know if you watched that episode where we was talking about, like, him and because he was adopted.
Yeah.
He wants to build a group home with his father and
which is pretty
and his sister,
sweet.
which is pretty
But they were saying this year it's like only one person's walking away with cash. Even if you make it to the final, you have to win to walk away with cash.
MTV getting strapped on dough.
No, they're not strapped.
No, but the greatest final ever.
Because every year now, like the cash payout has been going up.
Bigger, okay. Yeah. The greatest one was Johnny Bananas and
Sarah.
So
I was
so happy.
I'm gonna take the money and run.
I'm gonna take the money and run. Alex, she literally just like I just watch her soul broke. But she should have expected that.
But like it's like he said, if you go up against me, I don't care how long it takes. I'm gonna get you back.
And he got her back in the worst way.
That was the coldest shit.
What season was it? He took her money?
Yeah, it was the Rivals.
Rivals. Rivals 3 or whatever.
Yeah, 3.
I didn't see 3. Yeah, I didn't see
And like they
3.
paired him and Sarah. And honest to God, all season Sarah was carrying his dead weight.
Yeah, I know. But
Like-
he made her do that. I think it was
No,
a
no, no,
purposeful
no.
action.
No, there were certain points where it's like, yeah, Johnny really like we know Johnny competing. We know he's not good in puzzles. So like every puzzle is like she was killing it.
Right.
But then there were times where it's like he was like slowing down and Sarah's yelling at him like, yo, what the fuck are you doing?
But I think he wanted to tire her out. I think Johnny kind of understood the concept at the end. He knew there was going to be a twist. Sarah knew there was a twist too.
Oh, of course, it's rivals.
She was like, oh,
Every rivals,
'cause I
there's a
remember-
situation where you could screw over your rival.
yeah, and she was like, Johnny, if I don't get the best number, promise me this, that you're not going to take all the money. Sarah Robin at the end. Everybody at the end.
Well, every single person's like, I wouldn't have made out without my partner. No, we're gonna split the cash. We're gonna split the cash. Johnny's like, I've been doing this for a very long time.
TJ.
I don't know how much longer I have. The second he said that, I was like, oh, he's taking that cash. I was like, yo. The second he was like, I don't know how much more I have in me, I was like, he's taking the cash.
So that means she doesn't get any money?
No money.
Yeah, she
Even
left with
though
nothing. Left with nothing.
Yeah, but she backstabbed him on like a previous season.
Oh, okay.
Because
when they made
there's
the
that season
deal
where it's
not
like
to-
all she had to do was like it was literally like her and Jordan were teamed up and it was Johnny and somebody else that were
Nani.
together. Yeah, Nani, they were together. And literally all she had to do was say the other person's name. Like it was 4 teams left.
Yeah.
And like her team plus I can't remember who the other two were safe.
Oh, wasn't that the season where that stupid, what's that blonde chick from New York? What's her name? She dated Zach.
Jenna.
And that
Yeah.
stupid guy. This guy.
It was a Battle of the Exes season.
Battle of the Exes.
Yeah. And like literally all she had to do was just say the other couple's name.
Because she had to literally put them in. They literally went from beginning to end without even going into an elimination.
Yeah.
And she saved them and threw Bananas in against.
And like I just remember Jordan being like, no. Like, no. Like, we're not doing it. And she just does it anyways.
Yeah.
And it was just like, damn.
Yep.
And they lost in the elimination, fuck.
Yep.
Because Nani is shit in eliminations.
But the greatest payback was that. Like, you worked your ass off, and you're gonna get me my money back.
Oh, I think it was Leroy who knocked them out. Was it? I think it was the same one where like they were upside down and they had to like slide.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was
Leroy and who?
I can't remember who his ex was, but I remember like it was Johnny and Nani were like together and like they had to like literally slide across the. If I remember correctly, it was that one.
When did Nani hook up with Johnny?
Dude, they had like a whole history on the challenges.
Yeah, they dated too. Like they dated in like outside of the challenge.
I think they met on the challenge.
Yeah.
And then after that, they were like hooking up.
Nani from Vegas, right?
Yeah, the same episode, the same season as Leroy.
Yeah.
But Johnny was never on Vegas. That's what I want to know.
No, they met in the
Yeah,
challenge.
that's what I want to know.
Challenge.
Okay, yeah.
They
That's
came
what
in and fresh meat too.
Okay. That's what I want to know. Yeah, okay. I was like, what the fuck is this?
Now let's move on to the Summer House. Summer House is the shit, bro.
The what?
Oh, we've talked we've done 40 minutes
This
of
is the
reality
whole
TV.
show about this TV show, bro.
I mean, I don't mind going on. Like, I really don't mind.
Nah, but Jason doesn't watch none of these shows. Jason's too
I
cool
used
for
to watch a
school.
lot of the challenge back in the day, but like I said, Johnny and those people used to piss me off so much because it was always them. But now it seems like there's new people, which is good. But now I'll start watching it again.
I mean, I hope our listeners are still with us. I mean, this is like the first time we've done reality TV as like a main topic. And I mean, for this long too.
This
It's just we want to have like a nice little lighthearted episode, you know, like just taking it easy. It's a cool breeze Saturday, so. You know, cool breeze these topics, especially after last week's drunken craziness.
That debacle.
Yeah.
Well, you know, all right. I mean, I'm down to keep it going. Unless you want to switch over to sports or some
Sports.
shit. I can see what's on the sports docket.
Could talk a little break for sports and continue.
Yeah. All right. Let's go over some NBA injuries. Kyrie Irving, who originally was thought to be out for the season, may be coming back in 3 to 6 weeks after a very successful surgery.
Doesn't make a difference.
You think so?
No.
I don't know,
This
man.
season's done.
No, dude, 3 to 6 weeks, he could be back in time for the playoffs.
He'll be.
And what?
And playing.
You think Kyrie could bring them to win a whole series?
Yeah.
Well, he did it already.
With who?
Make your LeBron win a championship.
Kyrie didn't make LeBron win a championship.
That last championship was Kyrie.
Definitely not.
Kyrie was hitting all those big shots at the end. It was
Jason,
Kyrie.
I know you know sports. Do not make stupid comments like
one play doesn't make a series.
It wasn't just one play. He was closing out
they
games.
were both hitting 40-point nights.
Not to take anything away from Kyrie's amazing series, but one play does not make a series.
And secondly, like, I hate when people do this because really and truly, Kyrie was in the league before LeBron went to Cleveland. They were at the bottom.
Did nothing.
Nothing. LeBron goes back to Cleveland and somehow LeBron went back so Kyrie could take him to the finals when LeBron has previously been there.
Yeah, but LeBron asked for his team. He'll ask, or he'll pout and cry. That's something known about LeBron.
That's star power, baby.
Yeah.
Huh?
That's
just like Kobe did. Kobe cried because he was gonna go to the Bulls and then they brought in Odom and what other dude named
The
there.
Lakers have been winning without Kobe and they'll win with after Kobe.
You think
Stop
Jordan
talking
didn't
about
say,
their
get me some
history.
fucking players?
Stop talking about the Lakers' history. Oh, they won how many championships before Kobe?
Well, stop talking about LeBron's history when he's been losing in the finals 8 times by now. How many times has he lost in the finals? How many
He's
times?
lost 5 times. Right?
Okay,
5 times?
so
Okay.
what?
But
Probably
the fact
gonna
that
be
he
6.
goes every year is a big fucking deal.
That's not an incentive. You have to win. If you're not first, you're last. And that goes for the Lakers
He has
too.
3 rings, bro,
Yeah.
man. Respect his
There's so much people that you put respect on that has no rings.
Look, I'd rather have a team that goes there every fucking year and has a chance than a team that doesn't fucking make it.
I'd rather a team goes there and win than a team.
Of course,
than not
but you
trying.
can only win if you make it.
And if you make it there, it's still not enough for me. That's
Well,
still,
so I guess Kobe let you down a bunch of times too.
Kobe made it there 7 times. He lost twice. He has 5
And
championships.
there's times he got knocked out in the first round.
And he's
something
last
LeBron
too.
has never
and
done.
he's last too.
Something LeBron has never
And
done.
LeBron will never win 5 championships.
I don't want
That's
to talk
something he'll never
about either one of them. I'm talking about Kyrie Irving coming back from injury, possibly to close out the season with his Celtics.
No, I think that's good. I wouldn't want him to stay hurt or career ending or whatever. But I just don't think that it's gonna be. I don't think he's gonna be in full form.
You know what? Rehab has everything to do with it.
Well, of course.
And to me, if he can rehab well and come back, it'll be one of the biggest boosts that the Celtics are going to need. Especially considering it's like you're looking at the Raptors right now who are fucking dominating the East. Like dominating. And it's not even just like the starters are doing it. It's the starters and their bench that's coming up and like they're keeping up with the pace and the feel of the game. That's going to be a big thing for a team to have their star player back going up against that type of competition. You know? And like I literally look at the Raptors and I think they can make a good run. If not, like at the very least, their ECF, they can make it there and possibly even finals. And I know it's a shock to a lot of people. Like a lot of people are looking at it like it's going to be Cavs, but look at that Raptors team and understand something. Even like, what was it, Thursday night when they played the Cavaliers? It literally went down to the final seconds.
Oh, it went down to the wire, definitely.
Like it went down to the final second and it was no easy win for the Cavs. Like they had to push hard for that shit. So imagine that in a 7-game series. Like,
and it was a comeback, right?
Yeah, it was a
Raptors
comeback.
was leading the whole.
It was a
game.
comeback. A great comeback win for the Cavs.
Yeah.
But that to me shows like in a 7-game series, it's going to be a tight one.
Honestly speaking, if Cavs didn't make the trades that they did, I would have went with Raptors.
Yeah, 100%.
It would have been Raptors.
They made the right moves at the deadline to make sure that they had a team that could compete. Look, and we were talking about this before on this podcast where I just felt like the Cavs team that they had put together in the beginning of the season were too many older guys, too many injury-prone guys. Like, you didn't have that young fire that every team needs coupled in with veterans to make a serious push. Now you get in those young guys, and you're seeing a completely different feel and culture that's happening in the Cavaliers right now.
Different dynamic. Definitely.
Where they're looking at teams like, all right, if you're fast-paced, we can keep up with you. If you're a slower-paced team, we can match up strategically with you. Right. They're not really worried about who's going to be going up against who and who's going to be taking what minutes.
There you go.
They're just looking at it like, all right, this is what we have, this is what we can do, and we know if you bring this, we can compete with that. Which is a big adjustment considering what they had before, where it's just like, it almost seemed like it was a stream of chaos on the court for the Cavs.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, I'm very interested to see how it's going to work out for them. But I'm hoping the Raptors, I'm not even like a huge Raptors fan, but I would love to see the Raptors make it deep and then go into the finals.
They go to the finals.
I would love it, man. Imagine that in Golden State, bro.
We'll go to T.O.
Yo, Mike gotta. Mike gotta. I mean, shit.
No, that'll be dope.
I'll wear my Orlando Magic hat, but I'm gonna show up.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck how trash they are. I stick with mine.
Oh, really? You give up on OKC?
Who?
I mean, a couple of episodes back, you're an OKC.
Yo, I said I'll watch them because I like the players on that team. How many times I got to explain this?
No, I'm just asking you a question. I'm not asking you to explain anything.
I like OKC. I like Westbrook. I like watching play. I like Paul George. I like Hoodie Mello. You know, I'm going to still watch. Steve Adams is the boss. You know what I'm saying?
Said no one ever. Steven Adams is the boss, please.
Yo, what are you talking about?
No one did, please.
Yo, he's the most fucking hard-nosed, hustling motherfucker on the court that we see. What are you talking about?
Please.
Well, I mean, you still got the Lopez brothers, but
don't disrespect, bro. Don't disrespect.
No, but he goes hard when he plays. He plays well, and he plays clean. That's one thing I like about hard-nosed players. They tend to be dirty.
Like a
elbows.
Zaza's a dirty motherfucker, but Steven, nah, he ain't. So respect his gangster.
Yeah,
we'll see when the playoffs starts.
I mean, what is your Lakers saying, Jason? They're gonna make it to the 8th spot?
You never know. They can make that run.
It's all about Isaiah Thomas, you know? He's got to pull that team together.
Or Lonzo Ball.
I ain't worried, man. Next year, Lakers win a championship.
Okay.
Well, next year, they're going to win a championship? Oh, that's if they get my boy Bron over there.
You got Kuzma.
They're going to be better than Golden State Warriors, the Houston Rockets, the San Antonio Spurs, OKC.
Well, I mean,
San Antonio's pretty trash right now without Kawhi, and that's a big thing going from second place all the way to almost not making the playoffs.
But my theory is Kawhi is going to play. And I honestly think Greg Popovich is playing this game because Kawhi, we see him shooting around. We see him doing shit.
We know what Popovich does. He's happy to go in as a 6th seed, a 7th seed.
No, he's not. They can miss the playoffs. They can almost miss the playoffs.
Well, not as long as the Lakers keep the bottom closed at 8.
Come on, man. We've seen this narrative before. We've seen Tim Duncan sit for a ridiculous amount of time.
Yeah.
And then playoffs come. Oh my God, he's healthy.
Yeah, but they were second place when they were doing the second or first place. Now they're like 6th, 7th, 8th.
With a coach like Popovich and his experience, all he needs is a space. That's all. Give him 8th, give him 7th, give him 6th. It don't make a difference to him. Once you know he's in there,
it's a whole new ball.
It's a whole different game you're playing with.
Well, they're not beating. But either
Golden
State with Kawhi, without Kawhi.
But I mean,
I commend you. I commend you in saying the Lakers are winning next year, but there's no way they're beating either Golden State or the Rockets. Like, not happening.
But Golden State right now, the Clay is out.
Clay's out.
And
Steph Curry is out. Like, he just hurt his knee again.
They'll be back.
Well, not again. Like, now he hurt his knee after coming back from the ankle injury.
Yeah, he's pretty hurt.
So they're assuming that he's going to be out till the playoffs. Because it was a MCL sprain and not a tear. Lucky for him.
Wow. That's a close call, especially for his history that he's been having.
Yeah, so like with that being known, they're expecting that he'll be ready for the playoffs. But even at that, like that really doesn't hurt the Golden State Warriors at all. You know, like knowing, as long as you know he will be back, and it's not like they're going out there and feeling any pressure from most of these teams. Like, they're still competing at a high level. So I feel like they're going to be good. Like, to me, a bigger loss would be Kevin Durant going into the playoffs.
But Kevin Durant is out too.
No, he's good.
He's back?
Yeah, he's good. Durant's good.
Because he had a bruised rib?
Something minor. And legit, like all of the injuries, like even Klay Thomas is minor. Like he's not out.
But he has a broken knuckle.
Dude, you put a splint on that and tape it up and he's going to be fine. They're just keeping him out for just to make sure it heals properly.
Because people are going to swat at your hand. That's why.
Yeah. Like, it's literally just because of that. Like, they're just making sure it heals properly, and then he's going to be back in.
I just find it ironic all these bastards are injured. I just think it's a game. Everybody they need to rest their players, man.
Wouldn't be a bad time to let your boys get a breather, you know?
Yeah, I mean, they play hard all season. I'm glad to see my boy Derrick Rose, with the Timberwolves. Hey, why are you laughing?
Him and his bum self.
I mean, good. I'm glad he's playing.
No, he's not a bum. Be respectful.
He is a bum. He's a mentally weak bum too. I'll say it again.
If both of your knees fucking decided to retire on you when you still wanted to play,
I'm sorry, but Sean Livingston's knee imploded on the court, and this dude somehow found a way to come back and still play without feeling down and out for himself. And we saw his knee virtually implode on itself live. I was like, whoa, that was the worst injury I've ever seen on someone's knee I've ever seen in my life. And this on the knee, yeah.
I've seen some pretty bad.
Yeah, I've seen some pretty bad ones.
No, Sean Livingston was.
Paul George was disgusting. That kid from the NCAA final a couple years ago,
where it just literally snapped.
Bone was hanging out. Like, that's disgusting.
But that's the thing, and I'm like Derrick Rose, but nothing's wrong with you now. I understand.
No, but Jason, you can't say that. Your body...
Understand something. It's kind of like if you're even when you heal as an athlete, if you're constantly playing and constantly training and constantly rehabbing, you're never really fully healed. Like you're constantly playing hurt.
But he's not even doing that. He's not even constantly playing. There was memes about him and his tuxedo suit. We're gonna have the new Derrick Rose uniform. It's just a dress suit and tuxedo suit.
I think that's corny because a lot of these people who make these damn jokes are sitting in their mama's basement.
He said it best. He doesn't have to fucking validate himself for anyone. Like, he said it best. And to me, it's like, look, with his injury history, and I've been mad at him times where just like with the Knicks where he just randomly didn't show up. And I was like, dude, what the fuck is that? Like, if you're signed to a team to play and you're not hurt, you got to play. You know, but in a situation now where it's like, all right, you're with a new team.
And he did it with Cleveland too, which was weird.
Oh, I'm not excusing it, but what I'm saying is, the dude has had a history of very bad injuries. Shit happens, but you're here to play now, so fucking play.
But that's my thing. If you're not hurt and you're taking your time off with the Cavaliers, where you're rarely playing anyways, like what's the excuse now? Like, come on, man.
Dude, he's playing for the Timberwolves.
No, he started with the Cavs, and that's when he disappeared.
But with the Cavs. Now he's with the Timberwolves.
Okay, but what was he still left. There's no excuse.
No, they traded him.
Okay, but if you're playing, play. But
yeah, he's with the Timberwolves.
But when he was with Cleveland, he left for no reason.
That's old news, Jason.
That's not old news. That's this season.
I also think you need to take into consideration
moved on
what injury this guy has suffered.
So don't play then. You're wasting everyone's time. If that's gonna happen, you're wasting everyone's time.
But that's where you're going wrong, because it's not about, like, you have to understand. Like, you always hear people who are retired say this, like, they can still play ball.
No, they can't.
Yes, they can. Go on.
Anyways, the whole premise is, like, he suffered 2 crazy injury on either leg, either knee. Mm-hmm. Derrick Rose is not a player who is like a traditional point guard, who is like a Chris Paul.
He's like Westbrook.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he needs his knees.
Okay.
So it's hard for you to, been playing a style of basketball your whole career, and he doesn't have a height advantage at his position where you could say, like, okay, he could shoot over anybody who's guarding him. He's more of a slasher, straight to the hoop type of guy. So he's gonna do that. And it's people who are gonna, play dirty and try to hurt him. It's a whole. Not only that, he has a psychological component to it. When you're an athlete and you get certain injury, you remember how it happened. So maybe jumping for him is not as easy as it is. And I think it's easy for us to be like, oh, he's a bum, or he's a scrub, or he should do that. He's not Andrew Bynum.
I know, but
you know what I mean?
If you can't do,
he's not a Kwame Brown.
If you can't
he's
do,
not a bum, bro.
If you can't do this stuff, then don't play, because people are it's not only you're wasting the team's time, but these people are counting on you.
Right. So Kobe shouldn't have played in his last 2 seasons.
Are you mad at him for
Kobe shouldn't have played in his last 2 seasons.
That's right, and that's why he almost did not play.
You're arguing 2 different points right now. Like, are you saying he shouldn't play, or are you saying he should play? Because one minute you're saying if he didn't play with the Cavs, why the fuck is he wasting time? And now you're saying if you can't play, then don't play.
If you're going to complain about your knees and say that, oh, you're this,
but
get out the league.
He's not complaining about his knees.
So then what is Jamali bringing up then about his knees?
No, we are talking about his injury history.
Okay, so if you guys are talking about his injury history, and that's the reason as to why he's saying he's taking his time off or doing whatever, then
that's literally not what we were talking about whatsoever.
So what's the excuse for him not playing?
Not an excuse.
There is an excuse. He's playing for the Timberwolves right now.
What was the excuse for him leaving for the Cavs? What was that?
Dude,
and this was this season.
I don't know.
This was this season.
Jason, do you realize that people have personal life?
Like, I don't know what the reason was.
He has a fiance.
So does 100 and something other people in the NBA too.
Okay, so when Drew Holiday left, why didn't no one went at him?
Because his wife had cancer and she was dying.
Because he made it public.
And she was dying. And he actually said when he was coming back, and he came back.
Well, actually, he didn't say when he was coming back.
He did say when he was coming back.
He announced that he would come back, but he didn't say when.
But still, he went for his wife, right? And something was wrong with his wife.
A legitimate thing. His business is private. He doesn't want to.
I don't need an explanation from Derrick Rose.
Either.
All I'm saying right now is he's with the Timberwolves and he's going to be playing them, and I hope he does well. Like,
yeah,
I hope it works out for him. Considering his injury history and how bad it's been for him, and how he's had, like you're mentioning with the Cavs and with New York, as I mentioned, he's had those rock situations which made all of us question his dedication, but he's with the Wolves now. He seems like he's back in a good headspace where he wants to just go out there and compete, and I hope he does well.
They said that with him for every team.
But also a good thing for him being with the Wolves is that he's back with Tim Thibodeau. and that was his coach he had with the Bulls. And I think he understands Derek.
I have a weird feeling. Like Thibodeau's one of those guys who kills players because I feel like he doesn't know how to manage minutes of his stars, which is why Jimmy Butler got hurt and he didn't fucking play in the All-Star game because he was fucking exhausted.
I don't know, man.
Possibly. I mean, where's Joakim Noah at?
Isn't he still a Knick technically?
But where is he at?
I don't know.
Not playing.
I'm quite sure he's still a Knick though, if I'm not mistaken.
You also have Taj Gibson from that year. He plays well. He's still playing for Tim.
Yeah, no, Gibson's a baller though, man.
So,
like I said, I don't know. I just think betting, having on your team is just, you can get someone else for that roster spot if you're not too certain about him.
well, clearly they can because teams keep picking him up.
Yeah?
Teams are picking him up.
Look, end of the day, the kid can ball. Man.
He can ball.
And look, and you saw it.
I'm not saying he can't.
Even when he was playing with the Cavs, he adjusted his gameplay. Like he wasn't just going out there trying to like
do everything,
streak it to the rim every single time, or be like the only man. Like he's developed a jumper that's been working out for him. That's taken him out of the necessity of playing inside the rim all the time.
I'm not saying he can't ball. I'm just saying, when is he going to ball? When he decides to ball.
Also, too, I think like when you have players like Derrick Rose and they're in an unstable situation, the Cleveland Cavaliers locker room was a mess this season.
Dude, it was complete
And I just think he just in the crossfire.
And it wasn't even just like him. It was Isaiah Thomas. It was Kevin Love. It was like there's so much shit going on in that locker room that like the stories that are coming out of it was more of like a high school drama than it was a basketball team.
And I just think, honestly, Derrick Rose, because I don't see Derrick Rose he fit well. And when he played well. Yeah. It wasn't that he wasn't playing good at all. He played well.
No, I'm not even knocking his game. I'm like, how reliable are you going to be? That's the only thing I have with Derrick Rose. How reliable are you?
He's not going there as the star option.
Yeah, he's not
He's literally going there as a filler role, considering Jimmy Butler's hurt. And then when Jimmy Butler comes back, he's going to be coming off of the bench. Like, he's not a guy that's literally in there to go and drop 30 points for you because you know you're not going to get that.
You know, he reminds me of Darren Williams. Like, what's the point with Darren Williams?
Which Darren Williams?
Who was on the Cavs last season?
Okay, but you're looking at Darren Williams like what, 15 years in?
No, but I'm looking at Darren Williams.
But even Darren Williams last year was a guy who came off the bench to be a complimentary to
LeBron James and Kyrie.
Like he was literally seen as like a role player coming off the bench. You're here to help those guys rest up and make sure we stay in the game.
I don't know. I'm just like kind of in the mindset. It's like if you're gonna pick up someone, make sure that they're useful, especially someone who has like a name like Derrick
Everyone
Rose.
has use.
Like Derrick Rose.
Look, you have guys that come in that are literally meant to get 8 rebounds a game and maybe 1 or 2 blocks, and that is their use. Like that is why you're here.
I mean, look at
not every single person that gets picked up is meant to give you 18 plus points a night and like double doubles at the very least. Like you're not going to get that out of every single component, especially if you're looking for somebody to come off the bench.
Right.
A lot of times, most teams create their bench to be like, look, for the next 3 minutes, while our starters rest up, your job is simply to make sure that you keep the score close.
Right.
You don't have too many turnovers. You don't screw up anything. Let our guys rest up so that when they come back, we're good to go.
I don't know. Just like the mindset. It's like, especially for Derrick Rose.
I just feel bad, I mean, because he had such a great year that year, like the previous year MVP.
Oh, no doubt.
And
but it's like ever since then.
Something like this happened, you can't predict
because when the thing happened with the Knicks, I was like, you weren't really too sure about playing in Chicago, and now you're saying this. I'm like, and there was a time where he had hurt his knee. He could have come back. He said he could have come back. The team said he could come back, but he didn't want to. I'm like, whoa.
Well, that's what I'm saying. With those type of situations, I think it's a psychological thing.
But they had this question about him too coming out of college when they said OJ Mayo was the best person coming out of college, and it was him.
Where's OJ Mayo now?
They both have problems. That's the thing. OJ Mayo too is messed up too. But OJ Mayo was like he was a reliable player, but he has some fucked up shit wrong with him too.
Had Derrick Rose not been injured, he would have still been running the league.
He would be as good as Westbrook. As good as Westbrook.
Well, look.
As good as Westbrook.
All things spoken, let's move on to another broken thing, which was everybody's NCAA brackets this year. If you did any. We're looking at the Elite Eight now.
Who's in there?
The only teams of note, Kansas, Duke, and Villanova. And honestly, I'm looking at it like it's either going to be Villanova or Duke, more so leaning towards Villanova.
You don't think Kansas could pull it off?
I think they may be able to pull up the upset. I'm not sure if they're on the same alignment as Duke, but I just...
Isn't Syracuse in there?
No, Syracuse got knocked off by Villanova?
North Carolina's not in there?
No, they're gone. They got knocked off in
North Carolina's
before the Sweet 16, if I'm not mistaken.
Wow.
All those coaches that have some shit on them.
Georgetown is gone. UConn's gone.
Wait, is Georgetown gone, actually? Let me double
I don't think
check
Georgetown made it to...
I think they're gone, too, though.
Made it to the...
Yeah, there were, like, this was a year of, like, ridiculous. Like, the first time a 16 seed beat a 1 seed. Like, it was just complete chaos in the brackets.
I don't want to see any good teams in there. I'm tired of them. I'm tired of Kansas,
I
Kentucky.
boycott until these people learn to pay these athletes a little bit of money.
Wait until LeVar Ball makes that league?
Yeah, you got K-State and Loyola.
Loyola?
Yeah.
Elite 8?
Bro.
Probably the furthest that college university ever been.
Florida State and Michigan are in there.
Okay,
that team...
Villanova, Texas Tech, and Kansas and Duke are going head-to-head.
That team...
Oh, that sucks.
One of those big teams lost to university at something Maryland. Essentially, it's a school that Stringer Bell took his classes in from The Wire. They lost a big team lost to that school. I forgot the name of the school though, but it was just fucked up. All the good teams are gone, which is good. You need something new all the time.
Not all. I mean, you still got your Duke. You still got...
you still have Villanova, Duke. Well, K-State, they pulled off the upset against Kentucky, so it's like, for them making it was like a big fucking deal. But yeah, like
Kentucky's gone too?
Yeah, they lost to K-State.
Kentucky wasn't good this season at all, though.
But like
too many young players.
Like it's really going to be a big shift because you have Kansas and Duke taking on each other, and then you have Villanova and Texas Tech, which, I mean, Villanova should take that game. But then on top of that, then you're going to have Villanova taking on either Kansas or Duke. So like...
So you're going to have a beginner versus an expert.
Yeah, and then on the other side, it's K-State and Loyola, and you have Michigan and Florida State.
Well, no.
So you're really having a bit of a shift of
you could still... You have a potential of having a great... Like, you could be Michigan...
But that's what I'm saying. I'm like looking at like the top teams that were like expected to make it deep are all going to be going up against each other and knocking each other out before the finals.
Wow.
Which is pretty big.
I don't know, the mindset is like you need to keep these kids longer in school and so they can get more of a cohesiveness together. I'm like, any team that doesn't make the Elite 16, their players can't declare they can't do one and done. No, listen. They can't declare for one and done.
Nah, fuck that.
I would say that.
Because
why would you do that?
The whole one and done situation is literally just so the NCAA can make money.
Yeah.
Like, we all know that. They wanted the best players from high school to pick a school so that they can make money.
I mean, you know how much money they probably lost with like players like LeBron James?
Oh, yeah.
Choosing not to do it?
Like, literally, that's the only reason they enforced that rule. Is because,
I mean, mind you, it kind of forced people like Derrick Rose to cheat on their exams and do whatever they have to do. But I mean, I think it's a stupid rule.
Do you honestly think they go to class? In all honesty, do you think so? I don't.
Really. That's my point.
Depending on school policies, you have to. Like, there is an attendance mark that you have to meet.
And all that extra stuff.
But they all bypass that too.
I don't know.
I'm not doubting that it happens, but I mean, you look at a lot of these student athletes' life. It's wake up in the morning, you practice, then you go to class. Then after class, you practice again. Then at night, you study, you go to sleep, you wake up and do it all over again. Like, that is literally like their 5 day a week at the very least life.
I just think...
And then you play on either whatever random day in the week or you play Saturday.
Yeah. I just personally think like that whole one and done thing is wrong. I don't think you should have the right to do that. I think players should, if you're eligible for the NBA, go
like, if you're 18 years old and you're good enough, declare yourself for the draft or put yourself in as a free agent.
Because at the end of the day, you look at, for example, a player like Dwayne Wade, right? Mm-hmm. Dwayne Wade did 4 years at Marquette. LeBron did 0 years. Carmelo he was one and done too, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Chris Bosh did like 2 or 3 seasons.
I think he did 2 at Georgia.
At Georgetown.
No, was it Georgetown or Georgia Tech?
Georgia Tech, sorry. So you mean, like, look at, and all these guys come in at the same time. I look at, like, Dwayne Wade's body broke down, like, after 8 years. 9 years. Like, his body was done.
He got lucky to have, like, his glory years with Shaq right away.
Yeah. Like, I mean, and 4 years at Marquette, no money.
But even Dwayne Wade had a very similar play style to, like, Derrick Rose, man.
Yeah.
Very similar style.
So you see what I mean? Like, I don't think it's right. Like, it's just NCAA is making millions and billions of dollars off these kids.
Yeah,
and
they can't even get enough money to buy fucking lunch.
Yeah,
but they don't have to go. They could go to Europe, and after that one season, Europe.
Jason,
well, that's what's looking like it's going to become the standard, especially with what happened with the ball kids.
Right, but again, let's be honest. How many of them could afford to like go to Europe and you know what I mean? They can't do that. Like, let's be realistic.
It's not a luxury that all of them can afford. Like, you're looking at a lot of kids.
They're not eating now.
No, but understand something. A lot of these kids are coming from a situation where it's like the only reason they're in school is because of a scholarship.
Yeah.
Like, that's the only reason they're on these teams. So, yeah, they literally have to play their asses off so that they can keep having their education, even if it is for that 1 year.
1 year, yeah.
It's like, if I don't have the scholarship, I'm fucked. If I get hurt and I'm not good enough to be a one and done, a lot of them are fucked.
Yeah. That's the problem. I'm for LeVar Ball's option of bringing in a junior league where these players make some money.
But not only that, even though it won't be the biggest option for a lot of people, don't be surprised if a lot of like high school prospects in the U.S. end up going to Europe, because it's a situation where it's like you can either play for the school for 1 year where you make nothing and then declare yourself to go to the NBA, depending on how good you are, or you go to Europe. Let's say it's 1 year, and if you're that good, 1 year you make $30,000, and then from there you come to the U.S. and play in the NBA. Right. Declare yourself. Or you can even decide to stay in Europe for like 2-3 seasons.
Oh yeah.
Really hone in on your skill and get better. You know, at the very least you're going to make $30,000 each year that you're there, and then come back and play in the NBA.
No, for sure. But I would love to see that LeVar proposition, if it's going to come through. I don't know if it's going to work out to be.
Well, there's so much that would have to go into that, that I mean, I'm not going to hold my breath on it, but just him taking his boys to Europe, I think, was like the bigger eye-opening thing. And even on top of it too, like if European teams are looking at like high schoolers from America and being like, yeah, we want to bring them in.
They have the money.
Yeah, like the biggest thing they're going to have to pay for is a flight and then most likely housing.
Yeah.
They have the money.
You know? And I mean, like in Europe, most people do like the community housing anyways.
Yeah.
You know, like you get your apartment.
Europe, go to China, play with Jimmer Fredette, score 50-something points on like 5.
Like there's so many options outside of the NCAA. But like there's so many options outside of NCAA where like you can make, even if like you're not like somebody at like a Starbury Power where it's like you're gonna go out there and make millions of dollars just off your name alone, you can go there and make hundreds of thousands of dollars because you are a star player on any one of these teams, and they're gonna pay you the money. Especially if you go to China, they will at the very minimum pay you $300,000 to $400,000 to play there. Yeah, at the very minimum.
Stephon Marbury is like a star over there.
But that's what I mean. Like Stephon Marbury, like in the NBA, they were like basically shitting on his name, and like they basically turned their back on the guy.
It didn't help that he was eating Vaseline and
stuff. No, but understand, like, but I'm saying, like,
I'm not joking. There's a video of it too. There's video.
But I'm saying, like, outside of like the antics, as far as playing went, like the NBA just like turned his back on because they were like he was more like a chaos in the locker room, which is understandable. But then he goes to China and like he's like one of the biggest fucking names to ever come outside of Yao Ming.
Right.
You know, and like that says a lot as far as like what can happen to a career where you're just like, you know, like I know the NBA is this, but if I can bring my skill and at the very least compete entertainingly, I can make millions of dollars in another country.
But of course, I remember during the lockout season, Olympia from Greece wanted to pay LeBron $50 million for that season.
Like a lot of
$50 million for that one season.
When the lockout was like, obviously not the same sport, but like when the lockout was going to happen with the NHL, the KHL looked at Ovechkin and was like, yeah, we'll give you $80 million. Which is a retarded number.
They have the money. They have the money.
Bro, that...
Like, you know what I'm saying? Just like shit like that. You know what? It's been, like I said, a nice lighthearted episode that we had here. We actually got to run, unfortunately, so we're going to abruptly cut this here. So guys, you got anything going on this week? Anything you want to let the people know about?
Just preparing for my vacation to get out of this shithole.
I swear, man, me and Jamali have been ragging on Jason. He's going on vacation with a shorty. And I swear to God, if he comes back and he's like, we're not together, we just had a good time there.
It's pretty obvious what we are. So
no.
I don't know why you keep asking me
if this. It's obvious, then tell me what's going on.
Yeah.
What do you want to know what's going on?
No, it's obvious. You should obviously just say it.
Yeah.
No, it's obvious, so I don't need to
What's
say.
obvious?
So there you go.
Huh?
What's obvious?
Don't worry.
Like
obvious.
I said,
you
I
know
am
what's
going to
obvious.
bother you every week until you tell me, is it Uchiwali or is it one mic?
Oof.
I
got my money on that one mic situation. I'm just saying.
I hope it's Uchiwali.
Don't worry, man. We're fine. We're fine.
That's a one mic conversation.
Like I said, I need that 240p video just to let me know what, you know what I'm saying, what you were doing over there.
Yeah, that's gonna happen.
want a video.
That's gonna happen. That's gonna happen. Not gonna happen.
Nothing's gonna happen.
I said no video is gonna happen.
Because nothing's gonna
No
happen.
video, no proof.
No video. It never happened.
It's vacation, bro. Yo, we saw what just happened in Miami in spring break with all those videos that popped up, bro. No video, no proof.
Oh boy.
People were getting it on an elevator, son. Like, come on.
Yeah, whatever. Nah, but that's the only thing I have coming up. So the vacation, and we're probably gonna have to record a couple episodes because I will not be here because I am not going to edit anything. I'm just tired right
Probably just give everybody like a nice little shorty. You know what I'm saying? Instead of a tall boy, we give him a shorty.
Nah, man.
That's a little Canadian joke.
Yeah.
What about you, Jamal? Anything cracking?
Nothing, man. Work as usual. Busy week ahead.
Well, for
One
me,
day at a time.
yeah, I'll be doing a lot of work too. You know, still hitting up a couple OTs as they come along, but also started jogging again, man. You know, weather got nice. It's good jogging weather, thank God, because I've been putting on a little bit of a little weight after this winter and some hibernation weight.
Your winter gut.
Oh, bro, the other day I put on a pair of pants. I was like, yeesh, it's kind of tight.
Man.
It's kind of tight. I don't like that feeling, man. So I gotta get back on the jog.
Do you, man?
Yo, you know I got
Stay
to, man.
fit.
I got to. You know I like to take my shirt off
Stay
in the
fit for both
summertime,
of
man.
us, man.
I gotta take my shirt off in the summertime, so I
You
gotta
take
get
your
fit.
shirt off regardless.
Nah, yeah, you know I don't give a fuck.
It's like the non-club version of Andre.
Yo, I can have a what? Yo, shout out my boy Andre, man. Club, like, you know what I'm saying, man. Don't be disrespecting my man like that, bro.
Why?
He ain't even here to defend himself. He's
Yeah,
just
that's
gonna,
a weak shot,
Yo, what's
bro.
wrong
I
with
just said
you?
one thing, but they're continuing on.
Yo, you better claim your shorty, or it's just gonna be a wrap for you if you want to take shots at people.
He ain't claiming
You
shit.
better relax. You better
He's
relax.
Like I said, it's pretty obvious. Let me alone. Let
What's
me alone.
obvious?
What's obvious?
It's obvious that this recording has to end.
No,
No, but
it's,
what's obvious about your situation?
It's obvious that you and her are official, or is it obvious that you still over here playing and fronting?
I'm not playing nothing.
Sounds like it.
No, I'm not.
Cause yo, when I got a girl and it's official, I'm like, yo, that's me, yo, that's all us. You know what I'm saying? I don't
Shorty's
give a
not
fuck.
bad, but he's not willing to
I
claim.
let the world know I got a winner, like bong.
All right.
Jason's too cool. Pfft, my
We'll
ass.
see.
But yeah, man, I'm gonna hit the jog, you know, get on the streets. Amazing enough, got my nice little track that I go along, you know.
You're in your stupid bicycle path.
Yo, it is the bicycle path / track.
So useless.
What do you mean everybody runs on it? It's the
No,
best.
I'm not saying the running part. I just don't like the bicycle path.
I love it.
Be there.
It gives me a place to run.
There's too many side streets in this city. For
Yo, the sidewalks are broken apart. And I'm not running in the street because people drive reckless on Mason Avenue.
Oh yeah, because they can't hit you on a bike trail.
No, I'm usually pretty good there. Plus, in the summertime, they put those like green poles. So, I mean, if you want to hit the pole, then go for it.
I don't know. I don't trust it.
You don't trust a lot of things, though, Jamali.
No, I don't. Not a trustworthy person.
He's one of those those scary black guys.
Skeptic. Not scary.
He's scary. Everything's scary. All right, let's wrap this up. Yeah, like I
Was
said,
a good episode.
we got to run. I mean, yeah, we did like a good 40 minutes of reality TV. I didn't think we could. Nice and lighthearted, man. I like it, man.
Definitely.
And, you know, we need episodes like this every now and then. We're just like kick back and shoot the shit
You
over
got to.
random shit, you know?
You got to.
With all the fucked up shit happening in the world, sometimes we just got to take our mind off of things and enjoy shit that's like random and mundane and droll.
Oh, for sure.
So, thank you all for listening. It's been another week that you allowed us into your ears and into your brains, and we always humbly appreciate that. As always, you can find us on iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, Google Play, iHeartRadio, online.
I made a new link to it as well too. So if anyone is on the Instagram, the link is in the bio. So it's going to link to all the anything that you listen to a podcast. You have plenty of options now.
So please share us, rate us, let all your people know about us, spread the word. And then on top of that, follow us on our social medias. Don't Be Mad Pod on Twitter. We got Don't Be Mad Podcast on Instagram. Don't Be Mad Podcast on Facebook. And then for myself, I'm at Lefty Lucky on Twitter and Matt Scorpio on Instagram. What about you, Jason?
JJNBA. Those are all letters, and it's on the same thing on Twitter and Instagram.
And Jamali, you want people knowing who you are?
Nah, man, we good over here.
He's scared of people now.
Big boy. Big. I won't finish it.
You can finish it if you want.
That's all, guys.
I'm not on social media.
I'm not gonna blow up your spot. But like I said, man, thank you guys for listening, share us, rate us, and all that good stuff. And we will be back next week with another episode.
Peace.
Hold it down, yo.
Take care.